Hello and welcome back to the Off the Line Performance YouTube channel. Today we are going to be installing our new Off the Line Performance silicone radiator hoses on our Blue Flame Circuit Edition. Let's get into the install. All right, so very first step is you're going to want to make sure your car is completely cold. You don't want to be doing this while the coolant is at operating temperature or warm. We're going to be opening the cooling system that is pressurized when the car's warm. So yeah, make sure that the car's been sitting for at least a couple hours. And then right after that, you're going to want to open up this radiator cap right here on the overflow tank, and then underneath the car on the driver's side, if you remove the underbelly shielding, there is a petcock, and you're going to want to undo that with a little hose and drain your coolant out. That's going to keep it, somewhat neat. We might lose a little bit of coolant that might remain in the hoses, but the majority of it is going to come out when you open up that petcock. Okay, to get this underbelly shielding off, it's just going to be a 10mm and a push clip tool, be it a flathead screwdriver or an actual push clip tool, which either one. And then you're gonna get all this stuff off, and then right under here, like I said, there is a yellow tab with a little drain hole on the left side of it going towards the driver's side of the car. You're just gonna unscrew that, and what I like to do is I like to just grab a little chunk of silicone hose. You just slide it onto that nipple there, and it makes it so you have a nice little funnel to drain all your coolant into, so you're not losing it all on the ground. And I've actually already done that, so we're gonna skip over that, but it took us about 45 minutes to just let it sit there and trickle out. So again, do not do this while the car's hot. You're gonna burn yourself. So make sure it's completely cold. All right, so our first hose we're gonna do on the driver's side here. The clamp is just facing the driver's side. I don't know if that's gonna be somewhat standard with all of them, but I'm hoping that I'm just gonna be able to use minimal tools, just these two sets of pliers. I'm looking at one of them. I'm pretty sure I'm already gonna need a 90-degree angle plier, but for this one, we should be able to just get a regular old set of pliers. Slide that off. And then the other one is just down here towards the front of the car. And this is where I think I might need those 90-degree pliers. So I'm gonna sneak this down in here. Just like that. Now this should just come right off. Good tip if you're ever struggling to get a hose off of whatever it's clamped onto. If you just twist it before actually pulling, usually that'll free it up pretty well. Oh man. Back to the drawing board on this one. All right, this one is being a little bit tricky. I'm just gonna grab a hook tool here, and I'm gonna slip it between the hose and the actual radiator. Oh, it's getting stuck. All right, let's see if that did anything. There it goes. All right, now we'll just slide that one off. Just pull it right out the top. So there was a little bit of residual in the hose, but since we drained it all out, we didn't really lose that much coolant. So set that one aside. Now we'll get the passenger side one out, which looks like it's going to be a little bit trickier. I'm going to use some extended reach pliers. And again, I'm hoping that all the clamp orientations is the same across all the models. But this one, the clamp is actually facing straight up, so it shouldn't be that hard to get off. So I'm just going to sneak these long pliers out right there. Hopefully get a good grip on it. Looks like it's getting stuck underneath. There we go. Should be able to just pull that right off. These clamps actually do have a locking tab on them, but sometimes it's a little tricky to get that locking tab to engage. All right, that one's off. And now this one over here, I'm gonna use my little guys here, see if I can sneak them down in there. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now she's back far enough. Same thing, this one's gonna be a little trickier to twist, but if you can, give her a little twist and she should come right off. Like I said, this one's definitely gonna be the trickiest to get off. There's the other one. Like I said, that's for sure the harder of the two to get off. So some reason you would switch from a rubber radiator hose to a silicone is this is less permeable. So over time, this hose will start seeping coolant. It might be a long time down the road, but this is going to last a lot longer. It's going to hold up to flex and movement of the engine a lot more. And if you look at this inner structure, there's only one layer of belting or weaving. This one has multiple layers, so it's going to be a lot stronger and hold up to a lot more abuse and more heat cycles over time. All right, so with our silicone hoses, you're going to get some provided worm clamps. So we're going to use those. And let's start with the crappier side to do. One thing you're going to want to make sure you do when you slide this hose on with your clamps, you're going to want to make sure that it's oriented so that you can get a tool onto this, because there's nothing worse than sliding one of these worm drive clamps on and just having to do like a single turn at a time with a wrench. So looking at it, it looks like I'm going to have a straighter shot having the worm clamp on this side, on the right side, towards the front of the car. And towards the back, I think it's just going to kind of suck no matter which way you do it. So I'm going to kind of slide it over here. Same with this one, and we're just going to go right in for it. I'm going to put this one on first. You see it just slides right on there. And then we'll put the engine side on. Just slides right on, dude. Look at that. Okay, I got a long quarter drive ratchet here with a 7mm socket. And since we put the clamps on in a way that's easy to get at, we're just going to slide this right down from the top and tighten it down. So you don't need to kill these clamps. They can just be nice and snug, which that one is. Now let's get the other one on. Just kind of work it on there with my pick tool. Get it in a good position. The worm drive there, and just kind of try to rotate it around. There we go. And I'm just turning this in by hand just to get it started, and then I'll throw my ratchet on it. Again, I'm just doing this with a really short quarter drive ratchet. You don't need to kill these. They don't need to be crazy, crazy tight. Just nice and snug. It should be good to go now. Now we can move on to the driver's side one, which should be a lot more simple. For the driver's side hose, the one with the hard 90 here, that's going to go on the radiator. The one with the gradual 45, that's going to go on the actual engine. Let's get this slid on here. Tuck it right underneath the air box. Get that top portion on. And this just slides right on like that. And I got the worm drive facing the driver's side on this also. And you just tighten them down. It's that simple. Having this on the correct way will make sure it obviously doesn't impact the shifter. So just make sure that 90 degree portion of the hose faces the radiator. Got that one on now too. That's it. That's the whole install. It's that simple, right? I'm only bleeding a little bit. All right, last thing we need to do now is just fill up our coolant overflow tank here, start the car up, let it burp out, make sure that we don't have any leaks or any seeps or anything like that, and then you're good to drive. So this is a super easy install. Having the right set of tools definitely comes in handy. I would go and make sure you get some 90-degree angle pliers and some extended reach pliers, and just, you know, anytime you can get the right tool to make the job a little bit easier, always makes your life better. So, all right, that's gonna be it for this install. Go ahead and check them out on our website. You can get some bonus points to earn free rewards like free shipping and discount codes. And while you're there, check out some other things that we got on the store. We're really diving deep into this Corolla platform, and it's been awesome to us so far. So go check out our social media, and we'll see you on the next one.